The Magnolia Bowl, often overlooked in the pantheon of great rivalries, but this has always been fierce, and both of these teams know if they survive and advance from here, a host of opportunities lie ahead. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the LSU Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down the sideline. Holly?
Well, guys, down here on the field before the game, it is absolutely insane. These Ole Miss fans are letting Lane Kiffin know just how angry they are that he left to take the LSU job. Now he brings his Tigers back into the Ole Miss Stadium, and it is hectic. There's a lot of noise, a lot of excitement, and a lot of energy down here. Not all of it is positive being directed at Lane Kiffin. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cunningham. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. Run inside. It's Lacy. Makes a pass to Martin. He's running free down the middle. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
How about this offense? First play, you give it to your man, the workhorse, the running back. He says, I got this, coach. I'll do the rest. Takes it the distance, starts this game in style, and creates some serious momentum for this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Wilson. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside. It's Berry. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That's a good job by the dragger out there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Lemon. And they can't make the play on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Picks up the first down. Oh, out of space. The 20. Pass to Tech. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Oh, into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this. Turning it on! They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The short hands. It's Green. At the 45 on his way. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Oh, better look out. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking for a man. It's Levin. Makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. They score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense.
There's a crease. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. This is a design run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, LSU! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cunningham. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Rebels offense is back on the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Pressure coming, and he never had a chance.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
Bringing the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Smashes ahead. Can they catch him? He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Wilson. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and 1.
Motion from the back. Snap to the back. trip to the house. Extra point here will tie the game. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
He'll bring it out. It's Cunningham. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guy,
oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it. They're on the He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The run inside. It's Lacy. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy, and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And he fires a bullet to the tight end. He gets a paw on it, but he couldn't get it in. He couldn't bring it in. What happens with tips and overthrows? Defenses usually take advantage. They do here, and they get the big INT.
The run to the right. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, Dave, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Running inside. It's Berry. Could be an alley. The tap. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. He'll bring it out. It's Cunningham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the move, it's Lacy. There he goes.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. At the 35, he's got room. There he goes to the right. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Third touchdown of the game, a third of his season total. He now has 9 on the year.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Give to the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield and make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a crease. It's Hall. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Rebels. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
That's such a great job by the defense because they never quit on the play. Yeah, they gave up a completion, but did you see them swarm to it, rip the ball out? They're able to scoop it, score. That is an unbelievable effort play by the defense.
Coming out with it, it's Wilson. Gives him the big stiff arm. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Send the tight end in motion. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to...
There's some room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Berry. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The field goal is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The short hands, it's Lacy. Still running up the 40. They're ripping off chunks of yardage and getting to the 33. The Rebels will hustle to the line. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Odom. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Wants to throw it again. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Trying to make magic with his feet. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this all.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Here comes the heat. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellows, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We get right to it with Indiana taking on.
And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! No step back in Week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. To the air, it's Levitt. Throw to the right side, that's Wilson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved.
And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but. Charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
Man, I love what Reese says. Like, cheating, yeah. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. And both these schools, obviously, so closely connected. Games are usually really, really good. A ton of talent on the field. Big bragging rights on the line.
On the option. And he swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like, they go with the run, try to maybe catch them off guard, pick up a few yards, but now decision time. 4th and medium. Does this all...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels.
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the holding penalty, the offense will try to hang on with a 1st and 20. Takes the handoff. It's Berry. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll go to the ground. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll leave it with him. Maybe some room here. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a 1st down. It'll be 4th. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the tight end. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. Breaks into the open. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point was good. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Got enough for the first. Find some room. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. And the pummeling has started.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking it, understanding it was coming. And then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense. And if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one, and that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot downfield and play action.
Rides to the back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. He uncorks one deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And I think the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, trying to find his man. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. dead center perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking for space. It's Hall. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Grabbed over the middle, it's Harris. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Handoff to the lone back. Might have a chance. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the fourth quarter.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's perfect. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with some swag and some speed with a 73-yarder for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He's got it on the outside. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Finds his man. It's Harris. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big play.
They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just...
Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
Only reason you can think of for the onside kick here is they want to stick it to him. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Complete to the right. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Off the play fake on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Off play action. He wants to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some complete...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, looking to pass. Complete to the left. And he is stopped short, well short of the marker as the defense stands tall.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that fourth down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to him on the ground. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. At the end of that play, whistles blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Here's a little room there. Breaks a tackle and he's got room. The tag! And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Green. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man, it's Levin. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Hall. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is, doing whatever it takes to get it.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Gets the daily double. They win the Magnolia Bowl and beat LSU. And as always, they take victory in the tailgate. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Conley, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.